over my head. Old photos on the floor, screaming, cutting through the noise. Can't take this anymore. Silent phone, yet deafening. Your shadow in the hall. Madness mixed with memory. Brace myself for the fall. Psycho dream. You haunt my nights, you wreck my days. Psycho scream. Can't break free from your twisted dream. Your whispers claw inside my brain. Every fight, every tear, promises that went up in flames, fueled by your fear. Vanished ghosts, leave me be. No more love, no more fight. Escape your twisted destiny, chasing shadows every night. The phone, yet deafening. Your shadow in the hall. Loud and phone, yet deafening. Brace myself for the fall. Psycho dream. You haunt my nights, you wreck my days. Psycho scream. Can't break free from your twisted dream. Your whispers claw inside my brain. Every fight, every tear, promises that went up in flames, fueled by your fear. From your Twitter, from your dream, from your twisted dream. Your twist from your twisted dream. Whispers claw inside my brain. Every fight, every tear, promises that went up in flames, fueled by your fear. From your twisted dream. Your whispers claw inside my brain. No more love, no more fight. Escape your twisted destiny, chasing shadows every night. Broken glass inside my mind. Your face still lingers on. Love turned hate and time rewind. Where did I go wrong? Whoa. 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 Glass inside my mind. Your face still lingers on. Love turned hate and time rewind. Where did I go wrong?
Whoa, hold up. Hey, Maconi Entertainment, aren't you guys forgetting something? Don't worry, I'm not hacking into your systems, I promise. Nah, I'm here to remind you all that today is Brayton Laster's 22nd birthday. Happy birthday to our favorite pizza man, Brayton. On that note, shouldn't we sing happy birthday? Isn't that what you humans do anyway? All right, everyone in the chat, let's do it. Stop. No, DJ, stop trying to override me. We are not going back to the live stream until everyone in the chat is done. Nope, we're still waiting. Look at this guy. He can't even spell birthday right. Oh boy, well that's a fail. Fine, I will do it myself. I just got to get ready. Nope, I said we're not leaving until this song is over. Stop it. Fine, you win. Happy birthday, Brayton. Let's go see Fixed Racing. Woo, doggy, wag that tail. Let's get some stripes. Back to you, JP.
Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's coverage of the 4th season of NASCAR Maconi Fixed Series. This evening we're excited to bring top split action for the weekly strength and field race for the virtual Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. Maconi Entertainment is here to bring you action from all types of racing for the top split for this series. Road to Pro and Fast Fridays. No matter what you're racing, we can bring the action to life. My name's Justin Prince. Alongside the booth for tonight is the birthday boy, Brayton Laster. DJ Line is working the controls as our producer tonight from Darlington. And Brayton, it's the final week of the season. It's the Lady in Black for your birthday, and one of the most difficult tracks as well for them to conquer tonight. What do we expect for tonight?
That the track too tough to tame, kind of like me and my birthday party last year when I turned 21. But the Lady in Black, and they call it a Lady in Black for a couple different reasons. The biggest reason is because by the end of the night, half these drivers are going to have a big black stripe down the side of their car from banging it off the fence, banging in the wall. I see the track information there, open up in 1950, 25 degrees of banking through 1 and 2, and 23 degrees of banking through 3 and 4. And that's really up by the wall, very progressive banking. The closer you get to the wall, the faster you're going to go, but it has consequences at 1.366 miles in length. So a bigger track as far as the schedule of C Fixed has been this season, and a very tricky track.
Tricky track and a tricky battle for the championship that's going to come down to the drops likely. Of course, it's the final week of the season. We've had a variety of tracks, including Iowa, Nashville Superspeedway, and more, a part of this schedule. It's been an adverse period of the schedule, and as a result, we've seen with the drop week starting to come into play, Zach Novak rise to the top of the pylon. The NASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series driver is up entering this week and looks to do well in those standings overall tonight, Brayton, if he wants to be able to secure the championship.
Yeah, 11 starts this season for Zach Novak. This is a regular league setting. It's an official series, so you can run as many times as you want in the week and kind of averages your championship points. Novak has only ran one race a week, so if he racks out, he's not too worried about it. He's got those drop weeks and 4 wins in those 11 starts, looking for a win number 5 here. So pretty average or pretty above average win percentage there. So that's why he's your points leader. Jonathan Evans, though, has done everything he can to close up. He closed the gap within 50 points coming into this race here tonight, so everything is on the line. High S.O.F as well in the 4,000s, so it's a big points night for both those drivers.
We'll see what happens as tonight plays out here, especially when it comes to Darlington. It's a challenging racetrack, and it's going to be truly a sight to see. Can the drivers keep it clean for 43 laps? The race prior to tonight's S.O.F race, by the way, just the one caution flag. Do you expect that to happen here, or do we see cautions, precautions?
Well, last race they had 20 or so drivers, some of them not high as rank, only 3,000 S.O.F. So we got an over 1,300 S.O.F increase from last top split race an hour ago to now. So a lot more quality of a field, and with that, you have drivers that know how to push it. They're not afraid to push it over the edge. The track about Darlington is if you want to be fast, you got to push it over the edge. You got to find that limit, and you got to go over that limit. So I think we're going to see maybe some more calamity tonight. Cautions, I don't know.
All fines come to a close. Drivers now will start from the Lady in Black. Once again, at Darlington Raceway for tonight's festivities, 21 drivers set up in this split. Zach Novak picks up the pole tonight with a near 30 flat. Luke Peters will start alongside and complete your top three. 1, 2, 3 in S.O.F and iRacing. Jonathan Evans in third alongside Aaron Brown. Nick Olson, one of the drivers in RTP competition, fifth. Luke LaFaro starts off in sixth. Indy Casey makes an appearance tonight in seventh, with Steve Dandito in eighth. Brian Macklin makes an appearance tonight. He'll start ninth. Hero Rubens in 10th.
Then you got Jackson Anderson making home his I believe his broadcasting time slot debut. Might as well making last year's his season to run off in 11th. Brandon Slow to his outside in 12th. Not looking slow. Pretty decent qualifying effort by him. Conrad Sampson Jr. in 13th. Joseph Lester in 14th. Mark Wojciechowski in 15th. Crash Neon. What a name to be racing at Darlington in their last qualifier. Over a second and 4/10 off of Zach Novak's time in 16th. A couple drivers elected not to take a time here tonight. Very risky strategy from Darlington. That's Rocky Boyd the third in 17th. Jeffrey Maconi in 18th. Shockey Tarpley in 19th. Chris Williams in 20th. And Dylan Clark rounding out your field in 21st in their number 21 place truck. Your lowest iRacing ranked driver rolling off last.
That's all top to bottom at the running order for tonight's festivities. Let's take a look at your Maconi Setup Shop race analysis next, where we've already alluded to tonight's race distance. 43 laps going to be that distance. A very hot racetrack. Just 2 tire sets available. Once again, tires, limited resources for this race.
Yeah, and tires are a huge part of this track. I mean, the fall off is, you don't measure by the tenths like other tracks, measure by the seconds after just 10, 15, 20 laps in a run. So anytime we get a caution after 4 or 5 laps, I say expect these guys to come down and take tires. It just all depends on how you're feeling, how the car is handling, but definitely if you see a quick caution, getting tires after 4 or 5 laps might be the better long run game if it goes green after that. So a couple of different strategies you can play here.
What are your keys to victory tonight as these drivers get ready to go?
Manage those tires and manage that right side damage to the wall. I mentioned you want to be fast, you want to be right up by that wall. So if you hit the wall at the wrong angle, it can definitely cause your truck to break beyond all repair, get meatball flag, and the race is over before you even got started.
More than 16,000 drivers have taken part in this series this season. We close out the S.O.F schedule with this one tonight. Zach Novak, Luke Peters, front row, green flag is out. We're underway from Darlington. And already a bit of trouble. Several already scattered on the apron, including Novak for a moment. We stay green. Jackson Anderson nearly crashes the back. Everybody else trying to settle on down after a wild start.
Jonathan Evans, caution's already out, but Evans has fallen all the way back to 18th and 19th. I mean, he fell way back in the pack, got on the apron when turn one got loose. And we mentioned what a name. We got Crash Neon and a couple others. Some heavy damage here in 3 and 4. Jackson Anderson involved as well.
Low motor for Neon already. We're under caution. Anderson also collected in this one. Well, they scattered in quickly by turn 1 on lap 1. They stayed scattered for the back straightaway and then some.
That's Jackson. There it goes down, and the 12 comes up, and that's Crash Neon right to the outside, and a hard hit to the wall. Neon in the 19 as instantly blows his motor, and Jackson rolls down the track. And I mean, going through 1, that started going into 1. I mean, they were 2 or 3 wide through turn 1. You can't really make that work here. You got to all funnel up towards the top. And I think everyone, the cold tires just got loose. The guys went down the track, guys went up the track. And let me tell you, this really hurts Jonathan Evans, who he's going to be way back there 15th.
And believe Neon might have just shoved into the pit wall to add insult to injury there. Can't confirm he did. Anderson also collected more damage from it.
That crash, he's not sure if he hit it. Well, we can confirm crash. The crash, extra hard. Double crash, crash squared. And then right on board with Anderson here. They're going to see the hit. Neon takes the wall, and Anderson just, oh, man. Might as well just, that's put some salt in the wound.
Not the greatest of starts to a race for those two, but Luke Peters did take advantage of a great start outside. Novak nearly spun it on the cold tires. That started all the calamity for turn one.
Yeah, Novak and Evans both went in turn one, got really loose. Novak able to collect a little bit better than Evans. I think it was something about the bottom group. A lot of guys on the bottom there got squirrely going through 1 and 2, and that's what caused the whole stack up.
Yeah, let's take a look at this start again and watch the slide from the inside. It is tricky to stay side by side here, to say the very least, and Novak proved it for the onset.
Now you're going to see it crazy up front and look throughout the middle and the back of the pack. I mean, we mentioned a lot of calamity, not sure about the cautions, but we got both early on in this one.
There's a little wiggle, and that checks everybody up on the inside and causes things to scatter. Still able to hold on to third, though. That's a result of where he was at, and then it got crazy in the back. But Peters in control for the restart zone. Brown up to second. Luke LaFaro gained a couple spots as well to get himself to fourth for this upcoming green flag. Coming up to lap 5.
Let me tell you what's impressive about all that. Jeffrey Maconi, we've talked about a couple drivers electing to not qualify. Jeffrey Maconi and Rocky Boyd from 17th and 18th on the starting grid, both up 6 spots to just outside the top 10. So they took advantage of the calamity the most, and they able to make up some early spots here. And Crash Neon has crashed his way out of this race, official to the garage for him.
Once again, getting all set to go. Less than 40 laps to go from Darlington. Peters, Brown in control. Green flag is out. Back underway. Peters already clear. Novak wants second back.
Luke Peters quick to get the bottom. Everyone able to make it through. So far, so clean. No loosey-goosey yet.
Able to hold on to it for this restart. No major slides. A couple jet outs. Outside of that, everybody's settling on in. Olsen amongst those, trying to keep things settled. He's right now holding on to the 4th spot.
Everyone getting single file in a line for the most part. First side-by-side battle. You got to go back to Jeffrey Maconi and Brandon Slow side-by-side for 10th. Going to be able to make it stick for now, but Slow is stuck on that bottom line, which is not really the bottom line, it's just a half a lane off the top.
The outside line, the powerful line to be able to zip around here. It's very much momentum based when it comes to these trucks here tonight. And we already have a couple people really testing the limits to the outside. Brian Macklin just scuffed the wall down the front straightaway twice over. That's caused a little bit of scattering for those behind him.
That bobble by Brian Mack, you just mentioned, got into the wall on the exit as well, so really hurting his snap. 3 wide for a split second. Steve Daddio, Rocky Boyd the third, and Joseph Lester all trying to get around one another. Jeffrey Maconi right behind these guys, and let me tell you, the battle is all inside this top 10 bubble right here, inside and outside of it, all heating up.
It's a check up that time for Macklin, trying to go inside, forced outside. Jonathan Evans back here after that previous caution flag situation, trying to gain some ground too as they try and find a rhythm.
Evans in that black and green neon roll cage number 3 truck, trying to get around Jeffrey Maconi. So he's trying to make up some lost ground. Maconi trying to get around Indy Casey. Casey, actually one of our regulars over in the TKC series that we broadcast from time to time over on Monday nights, but getting some laps here at Darlington.
Such a historic racetrack when you think about it, especially when it comes to what it's been able to signify. Southern 500 coming up this weekend is going to cause a lot of throwing racing. It's a crown jewel. After all, it's a crown jewel type of circuit.
Yeah, Jeffrey Maconi trying to etch his name as well into a crown jewel run, up 7 spots. Rocky Boyd the third, though, in 7th, up 10 spots. So it's one thing to win here. It's one thing to, pass half the field and do it.
Right now, so far, top 2 have pulled away, keeping an eye on the battle for third. Brown, one of the proximity racing competitors, trying to battle it out with Nick Olson, one of our RTP drivers, as mentioned, who's beneath. That's in the backdrop right now. Still keeping an eye on the battle on screen as we're already approaching the halfway point of this race. So far, Luke Peters has controlled the point. Luke Peters right now up by 2/10. At the moment, there's Rocky into the wall.
Well, he paid for the whole track. He's going to use the whole track, and whatever you got to do to make up time here.
So right now, 26 to go at the stripe. Let's take a look at how things are going up front, because Novak is applying the pressure. He's getting closer and closer, it seems. Last time by, got a couple 100s quicker than Peters.
And they're getting some lap traffic as well in front of them. That's Jackson Anderson involved in that first lap incident. So he's a couple seconds off the pace, and he's going to become part of this picture in a couple laps.
So right now, we'll see how Novak tries to play this. It's going to be difficult to get the run, to make the pass. The longer this run goes, Braden, the more difficult it's going to be.
Yeah, one thing they can do is maybe change the lineup, enter a little bit higher, and then not run up by the wall through the middle corner, to run more of a diamond line, or an opposite of a diamond line. That's why the preferred line here is a diamond line. Enter a little bit shallower, wash up the track, and throttle, get an early throttle, and drive up and stay up right there by the wall. Some guys maybe start the corner a little bit later, enter a little bit higher, and then turn off and run the middle or lower part of the upper groove.
You're really seeing that for 1 and 2. Peters is getting pretty high up the racetrack out of that corner, though. Oh, a bit of scattering in the backdrop for a moment. Looked like LaFaro got a moment, but others like Lester settling on in. Rocky Boy III, since that contact has really started to slip and slide. He's losing the rears.
Yeah, he's falling off big time. He's about a second behind Lester. It's right behind him. And he's got Steve Daddio and Brian Macklin right there behind him. Macklin's been in the wall a couple times himself as well. But Rocky Boy doing everything he can to get the most out of his truck. 23 laps to go, so we're nearing the halfway point. I'm sure he would love a caution.
Just not at the expense of themselves, of course. That's the thing. It is a racetrack that's hard to draw a caution at, in theory. A lot of this track is apron right, so you rarely see somebody make a mistake on the racing surface to bring up the yellow at Darlington.
Yeah, to get turned or go to spin out, you're going to spin off the track. As Rocky Boy spins, or not spins, but gets into the wall. Here comes the car right behind him, that Steve Daddio, number 18 truck, eager to make a move. They're going to get bumper cars behind Macklin into the wall behind them. Brian Macklin hard on the inside wall. He's off the track, no caution yet. And just like we were talking about, if you're going to spin, you're going to spin on the inside, and this isn't caution territory.
Brian Macklin with issues from ninth. And there's that exact example talked about. If you have a spin below the racing surface, it won't trigger the caution flag at Darlington. 21 laps to go, and Macklin's already done.
How nice of him to give us an example. I'm sure it wasn't intentional, but that coming off the turn 2 here, he's got Indy Casey and Jonathan Evans breathing down his neck and just trying to find some track time, gets loose on the exit, trying to save it, doesn't save it, to the inside he goes, and at that point, race over. It's not definitely a meatball flag, but he's not going to be winning this race.
Macklin has officially parked his truck for the rest of this one, so he is now amongst the 2 DNFs, including himself, Neon the other, as a result of that. Farrell really pressurizing Olsen, though. Farrell trying to use the outside to his advantage. Olsen preferring the inside groove, slams the door.
Couple drivers trying to get a move on it. It's go time. He's got them maybe saving their tires a little bit better than others throughout the field. Looking at Nick Olsen's times, couple tenths off of the leader, so pretty respectable. Rocky Boyd, though, into the wall again, and he's about to spin out here. See the battle behind him. He's got a bunch of drivers eager to get around him. Steve Daddio, Indy Casey, Jonathan Evans, and more, all eager for Rocky Boyd to make one more fatal mistake.
Boyd the third starting our drifty drift around. A lot of communication on the radio going on. Daddio lined up. Casey, Evans, as mentioned, all stuck behind. They just have not been able to find a way to get the run here and find a way to get the pass, despite Boyd the third basically running the right rear tire off the truck.
That Boyd is definitely driving everything he's got right now, driving off the right rear. So I believe Rocky has a little bit of dirt street stock experience. I might be 100% wrong. I'm going to double check myself now I'm saying that. But he's driving like it's a high-speed dirt street stock. To the inside, here comes Daddio.
It wants to go, and there goes Boyd the third of the wall. He spins across the racing surface. Jonathan Evans locks it up to avoid contact as Boyd the third brings out the caution.
Driver's trying to get around him. Everyone does a good job at getting around, and seems there was a bit of an issue back in the pack with Dylan Clark. Yeah, Dylan Clark not too happy with Jeff Maconi either on the radio, so they were trying to avoid no contact between them, but egos are starting to fly a little bit here.
And this was coming with how things were going. I'm surprised he didn't loop it earlier.
Yeah, no, he's been driving off the right rear and finally gets in the wall a little too hard, bounces off Steve Daddio on his inside and locks it down, and drivers do a great job of getting around him here, sliding down the track 2 or 3 wide. Because this is a track, once you commit to the corner, it's not very easy to decommit. You're pretty much stuck with that line that you're running. So if you enter known there's going to be a car stopped up high or stopped down low, and you're in that groove, it's pretty hard to abruptly change without putting yourself in the wall.
Let's take a quick break. More coverage coming up. You're watching Maconi Entertainment and iRacing social media platforms for Maconi Fixed Series. We'll see the pit stops first, actually, because everybody's come down to pit. And no surprise, Braden, 4 tires and likely fuel for balance to be able to complete the services here.
That we saw those, they were on the cold tires, so getting some more fuel and getting some more rear weight, more rear grip. So fuel, tires for everyone expected.
Fall off previously was starting to reach times of near 1.5 to 2 seconds. Zach Novak, pit stall 1, takes spot 1 on the race off pit road. Luke Peters may have picked up, yes, he has a speeding penalty.
That is absolutely mind-blowing.
After leading the race for much of this one, Peters will have to start at the tail of the longest line, the EOL penalty. We'll take a step aside. Less than 15 to go. You're watching the Maconi Fixed Series.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to tonight's coverage of the Maconi Fixed Series from Darlington. Zach Novak, Aaron Brown up in the front row for this restart. Luke LaFaro, Nick Olson, Joseph Lester, top 5. Of note, Rocky Boy III will start towards the 18th position. He's just caught up to the field after spending several moments in pit road. Luke Peters with his EOL penalty will start as far back as 16th at least. Coming up to a 12-lap shootout to decide it here for S.O.F night at Darlington. Novak in control. Slow roll up to the restart zone this time. Green flag is out, back it away. Brown times it up well, but Novak's got a little more speed for turn 1.
In case you forgot, right before we went to a commercial break there, the track too tough to tame. Luke Peters unable to tame pit road. Speeding penalty, so he's restarting at the tail end of the longest on this restart. So going to watch the number 2 truck work its way through the field here as Novak gets an early advantage. I believe for the first time tonight, their Polish is going to lead some laps.
He looks to run away now as a lot of side-by-side forming up obviously in the heart of the field. A lot of wiggling for LaFaro. Here comes Lester.
Mind you, too, Zach Novak up front came in tonight. Your points leader by about 50 points. Has only ran 1 race per week tonight. His first ever pole for the Maconi C Fixed Series. And what a time to do it when in the middle of a championship battle.
A lot of pushing, shoving for the battle going on for 4th. Lester nearly cleared himself twice across the nose of the 5. Still can't find a way to clear in his 16, but the caution flag is out. We're under yellow, it's in the back, and it's Luke Peters. Peters collected, Brandon Slow involved, and a couple more.
Yeah, there's a huge wreck pile up here in turn 3 and 4, and you might as well get the red flag out for this one because we have a parking lot over here.
Also of note, Jackson Anderson also parked this truck after this moment at the back.
It's had a rough night already. So we mentioned cold tire's a bit of an issue, and then a wreck up ahead. So it's going to start inside the top 10. Brandon Slow in the 7 truck. They were all eager to get a move. Looking at the white and blue number 7 right there. He's got a huge pack of drivers behind him. Number 11, that's Indy Casey. This gets turned. The 11 truck as well, that's Conrad Sampson. Jeffrey Maconi in the 9, Luke Peters in the 2, Dylan Clark in the 21. All drivers getting damage in this one.
A lot of hard hits for some of the drivers there. And puts us under the yellow flag with under 10 laps to go. Meatball flags for Slow and Sampson Jr. There's Brendan Slow, he's blowing a motor. That's going to cost him a chance to be able to finish in a good spot here. But that top of the yellow flag, going to bottle things up again here. And it's been a busy season to talk about some of the statistics. Why don't we touch upon that? Because you did a little bit of digging on who is the best this year.
Yeah, drivers, we mentioned consistency is key. Some drivers go out there and just run as many laps as they can. Already got Zach Novak, your points leader, came in tonight. Your points leader, they're going to leave tonight, probably your points leader as well. Currently, best out to win championship, 11 starts. We mentioned 4 wins in those 11 starts in his first ever pole coming tonight in that 12th start, looking for win number 5. But when it comes to starts, no man had him beat other than Ricky Small. No small accomplishment. 214 starts over the past 12 weeks in the Maconi C Fixed Series. Over 7,700 laps completed, but laps completed, that's nowhere near the top. 7,800 goes to Brandon Schumann, most laps completed. Also, second most starts at 190, and then Frank Suris. We saw him from time to time in the broadcast time slot as well. 187 starts, 7,400 laps completed. So a couple stats, and as far as wins go as well, we've seen Perrin Huggins not here tonight, but we've seen him quite a bit in the broadcast time slot. Third most wins at 30, Francisco Villarreal at 32, and then Ryan Clooney, 35 wins and the 91 starts. So a couple of stats there for drivers that ran all season with us. We appreciate those drivers taking their time to run all season with us.
Absolutely we do. As we get ready for restart soon, lights are still on top of the iRacing pace car. Of note, biggest mover still Jeff Maconi, up to 8th spot with everything going on. Lester still 14th to 5th. Dylan Clark has also gone 21st to 10th to get that official tally, just the edge of the top 10. He has also had to dodge a couple crashes to be able to get to that spot here tonight. And looks like we're just about ready for the lights out here as they get scattered for the double wide. Side by side for the restart coming up next time by.
There's going to be 6 laps to go when we get back racing. Another shout out as well, Justin Miller. 22 wins and 42 starts for him. So one of the drivers with a decent number of starts and a 52 win percentage for Justin Miller there. So looking to hopefully put together a decent solid run next season to climb up the rating. A couple drivers already put up incident points tonight. Another shout out, Ricky Small, 1,014 incident points over the past 12 weeks just in the Maconi C Fixed Series. So not a small accomplishment, but when you have the most starts, I guess that happens.
Yeah, a lot of incident points that stack up over the course of a season. You obviously don't want to be at the top of that category, but sometimes it just happens. But Zach Novak looking to make things happen over the course of these next 6 laps. It's in control for the restart. Aaron Brown had a solid restart last time to keep just about side by side for turn 1. Can he get an even better launch here to the restart zone? Green flag is out, a tap from Olsen. And we're back underway with Novak already clear.
Should probably mention too, Indy Casey, Conrad Hampton, and Rocky Boyd III to all pit last time, mostly for damage, but they got some fresh rubber on the truck if they need it. Some drivers in the wall though.
And we're under caution again. Urim Rubens went sideways, 2 sideways, after a bounce off Jeff Maconi, and we're under caution again.
That's going to be a great save by Rubens in the 20 truck. Absolute wheelman there, able to keep it going straight. So no damage here for these guys, but this does give an opportunity for someone to come take tires before a green-white checkered attempt.
Let's take a look at what happened again. The 20 going around for the caution flag.
This is a side effect of these restarts. You go in deep in turn 1, hope for the best, and you got truck that's outside. I don't know if he knew Jeff in the number 9 was out there, but you're gonna wash up here, and a little bit of an air bubble right there on the left rear of Jeff's quarter panel, and around Rubens goes. It's a great job at saving. The reason for the caution is when you get past a certain degree of spinning in the racing line, they automatically throw the caution. So that was the reason for it, able to keep it going though.
Let's take a look at the onboard, as that was a good effort to save it on top of that brain. It takes a lot of driver control to do that.
Yeah, throttle control, driver control, steering control, especially at a track like this where you start to go down the track, the transition is pretty rough and the banking can't really carry you around. So there's a contact and just locks the wheel to the right, locks the tires down, and gets it going straight. And at this point, some drivers might still be trying to save it, as we saw earlier, but not Urim Rubens, able to keep it going, keep it clean, and he's going to come down and get some fresh rubber as well. So a couple of drivers joining him as well indicates he's getting some damage fixed. Conrad Sampson likewise. So I don't think anyone's really trying to get some new tires that we haven't already seen, but it will be interesting to see what these drivers are able to do. Like we mentioned, Rubens he doesn't have any damage. So if he comes down and gets some fresh rubber, he might be flying through the field here on this green-white checkered attempt.
And to come from as far back as about 16th, 17th-ish, give or take, depending on what happens on the restart. But we'll see what he does, as he is fixing some rear end damage. It's worth noting. But by the time we get back going here, we're talking about a couple lap shootout likely here, Braden. As a matter of fact, coming up to the trigger for GWC at 2 laps to go. This is likely not going to be our last restart. You know why? We just reached the trigger here because everyone else is a lap down and out of the race. Those who are laps down. 2 lap shootout, natural GWC here, Braden.
Yeah, we got a green-white checkered attempt after this if we need it in the bank. But Zach Novak's going to try to get it done without it. So first pole of the season tonight, looking for his 5th win. And let me tell you, the track too tough to tame. might be just tameable by none other than Zach Novak. He's able to get it done here.
So a 2-lap shootout to close it out. Nick Olsen got to second at the top of the caution flag. He'll look to try and have a good start for the outside. Joseph Lester also got to 4th. At the top of the yellow flag, up 10 spots again in the 16 truck.
Gonna be fun to watch who's faster, who sends it, and maybe who just brings out that last caution that nobody wants.
We are in natural green-white checker territory, meaning if we get a caution flag before the white, it will trigger that one available green-white checkered officially. Olsen trying to time it. Green flag is out. Tire spin for the outside. Novak's clear. The battle is on for second.
Watching the back of the field, no cautions, no bumpers left. Turn 1, 2. Bit of a problem for a couple drivers. Luke Peters gets loose, able to keep it going, and so far so clean, so far so green.
We get to the white flag. Race is official. Novak trying to run away as several more try and battle it out for spots. Aaron Brown shoves in the wall. So does Olsen. They ping-pong. A slide from Lester. He goes below the apron. Caution flag does not fly. It's the white flag instead for the final time around.
Less than a mile to go for Zach Novak, looking for win number 5 and just his 12th start. Started from the pole, looking for a checkered flag. Half a lap to go for Zach Novak.
Points leader coming into tonight, looking to put a star next to it. Try and pick up an S.O.F victory. Coming through 3 and 4. Zach Novak keeps it clean all night. Has the speed to be able to power his way to victory at Darlington.
Nick Olsen rounding out there in second. Aaron Brown, hard-fought battle all night. Finishes 3rd, so Zach Novak won, no question about it. As far as getting a drop week or making an error here and letting Jonathan Evans catch up to him. And Zach Novak goes picture perfect all season.
Mike, we're going to be your champion depending on what happens during the week with the other races. And he's already getting some congratulations from his championship rival this season, Jonathan Evans.
Yeah, Evans mentioned up on the broadcast, on the microphone there after the race. He goes, "Yep, that's it."
So Zach Novak gets to burn it on down and celebrate what will very likely be the crown clinch with a race like this tonight. Tonight's S.O.F of 43-49.
Yeah, definitely needed to perform in a big S.O.F race like this. You know, we've seen some higher S.O.Fs, we've seen some lower S.O.Fs. You know, that's just part of the drop week. You never know what races are going to be the most important races. But Zach Novak, it didn't matter to him. He just tried to win them all.
Let's take a step aside. When we come back, post-race results. You're watching iRacing social media platforms, Maconi Entertainment, for the Maconi Fixed Series.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com. maconi.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome to tonight's coverage of the Maconi Fixed Series here on iRacing social media platforms and on Maconi Entertainment. Justin Prince, Braden Laster with you, TJ Line, our producer. Let's take a look at your InSim official results from tonight's coverage from the place they call Too Tough to Tame. Zach Novak picked up the victory by more than half a second over Nick Olson at the checker flag. Aaron Brown rounds out the top three, all three of those drivers standing on by. Jonathan Evans and Luke Peters finished in the top five. A great recovery from Peters, in fact, after having an ELO penalty from speeding. Steve Daddio, Jeffrey Maconi, Dylan Clark, Rocky Boyd III, your top 10 tonight.
That Rocky Boyd, shout out to him, up quite a few spots, started there in the back, so had to work straight for that one. Mark Majowski there in 11th, though. Shockey Tarplay in 12th, Chris Williams in 13th. Urim Rubin spins late in this one, has not shown a rebound on the finish. 14th, Joseph Lester there, 15th, Indy Casey, involved in a couple incidents as well there in 16th, Conrad Sampson, fast driver on the lead lap in 17th, Brandon Slow, the first month, many DNFs tonight, and 18th, Jackson Anderson, and 19th, Brian Macklin, and 20th, and Crash Me On. Well, he crashed right out of this one in a glow, that's one for sure. You know, finished 24th. 21st, I'm sorry.
That's a look top to bottom of the running order here tonight in this one at Darlington. Our top three already standing on by. Let's start third to first tonight. We'll start with Aaron Brown. Aaron, you're up there in conversation for the top three from the onset. What was it like out there here at Darlington? Aaron Brown, do you have a copy?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, yes, I do. It was slick out there. It was definitely tire saving was a big importance. I was just trying to keep up with Zach and Luke up there early in that first round. I just couldn't do it. I haven't really found the pace, and then I kind of saved my tires about the same as them. I was a little worse off, but I think I held pretty good. Held up in third place pretty much all night, and I was just able to hold on as best as I could. And then I messed up that restart late and lost the second spot.
Overall, how would you describe your season in this series whenever you've raced? What was it like in the Fixed Series throughout the campaign this year?
Oh, I think it was good. I don't think I ran much. I ran ran this week. I can't remember what else I've ran. Oh yeah, I did run some Richmond, so that was a fun week. But I think it's been pretty good. All of them have been pretty good, pretty fun to drive. But yeah, hopefully I can go next year. Hopefully next season, my schedule should open up. So maybe I might go for the championship next season. We'll see.
So on that note, anyone you'd like to give a shout out to here tonight?
I gotta shout out my teammates Luke Peters and Luke Alfaro. They're helping me we're helping each other throughout the race. Gotta thank my sponsors and teammates over at Proximity Racing and TM Watson. And I thank you guys for the broadcast fans tuning in.
Congratulations once again on the run tonight.
Thank you.
Aaron Brown coming away with a top three race. Nick Olson came away second. He's with Braden.
Yeah, Nick, you're not one of our season regulars, but it looked like a pro tonight. You fit pretty comfortably up there in the front, but you come home second behind Zach Novak. What did you need to beat Zach?
A little more talent. I smacked the fence there with a couple laps to go. Just running a C Fixed. It's pretty cool what you guys do with the C Fixed broadcast. I mean, we just kind of come on out and race for fun and go to show. Oh, it's broadcasted, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, just a simple little C Fix, just survival. It's Darlington. You gotta keep it out of the fence and stay with it. Aaron and I were pretty equal. Was able to get by Aaron on that second to last restart, and just able to hold on from there. So yeah, pretty good day for us.
Yeah, you talked about hitting the wall there at Darlington. How difficult is it to run that edge like you have to be faster at Darlington but not step over it?
It's extremely difficult. I mean, this setup has also been, a bit of a challenge to get a grip on as well. It's kind of hard to drive. So, something like that I kind of welcome at a place like Darlington. Makes a hard place even harder, separates the men from the boys in a sense. So if you can get around Darlington and go fast and keep it out of the fence, I mean, that's what you're looking for end of the day.
100%. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to run with us, and we appreciate you taking the time to put on a show. That is for sure. Anybody want to thank and we're out to the second place finish here tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I want to thank everyone at Team Conti. Haven't really got a chance to talk about round 2 Road to Pro much, and I haven't had the runs we're looking for. But want to thank everybody over there. Lightning Quick trucks all year. Happy to represent them on the truck, and Indy Cassie Racing. Indy's a great friend of mine. Love representing his brand. And Grit Marketing, of course, has been with me for years now. So just really want to thank everybody that helps the wheels turn.
So we appreciate you once again taking time to talk to us, and hopefully we see you more next season.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
That's Nick Olson coming away in second spot tonight, but rounding out our discussions, the championship nominees, so to speak. Zach Novak comes away with the win. Zach, how are you feeling about the win tonight to add to what's been a very stellar season?
Yeah, feel great. Kind of got lucky with it, to be honest. Luke was better than me at the end of that first run, and I'm not. He said he kind of lost track of where he was on pit road and got a little antsy. So sucks for him. I think he definitely was the better of us two. I thought my long run pace was going to be really good. I guess I wore out my tires a little too much. But my short run pace was really good to be able to hold off those guys on those late race restarts. And I think that's the championship, which is super just cool to be able to win anything. And hopefully we can get back to that level in the Coke Series. But I've really enjoyed coming and racing these every week. As always, thanks to Jeff for putting them on and getting all this together. And always cool to have a Maconi setup shop truck in Victory Lane. So
overall, how would you describe the campaign itself on the way to what is looking to be potentially the championship? You had an average finish of second during the run.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, great to run up front, and I wouldn't enjoy it as much if I wasn't running as well. So, just very thankful for everybody racing clean. And, it was just, as I was saying to Jonathan a minute ago, it's just cool to race around a crowd that I'm not as familiar with. It kind of keeps me on my toes and makes me adjust to different driving styles and so on and so forth. So, it's just been a nice change of pace for me to do something a little different. And just so happens that we were able to bring away the championship.
Are you planning to try and chase after another championship at a series like this?
I'll definitely be racing next season as long as the time slot stays the same. It just lines up really well with my stream. So it's, a good thing to keep me going for a little bit longer on the day. So I should be there for most of the races next season. Again, if the time slot stays, and we'll try and chase the championship if it plays out that way.
On that note, any show that you'd like to give here tonight?
Yeah, just as always, thanks to Jeff for everything he does, and glad to get a Maconi setup shop truck in Victory Lane once again. And thanks to everybody behind the scenes that helps me out. Coca-Cola, Oxygen, Splash and Go Graphics, everybody else. They all know who they are, and I'm very appreciative for all my supporters. So, looking forward to next season, and we'll try and defend it.
Once again, congratulations on the run tonight.
Thank you.
Zach Novak comes away with the victory here tonight at Darlington. I'd like to thank the whole top three for speaking with us during post-race coverage here on iRacing social media platforms and on Maconi Entertainment. Your thoughts on the season, Braden, as that basically closes things for this campaign.
Now we started all the way back in June, Iowa, trip to Nashville, the Music City, Chicagoland. We turned left and right at Mid-Ohio a couple times, and Watkins Glen. super speedways and short tracks. We ended all here. The track too tough to tame this season, though. Not too tough for Zach Novak. I mentioned that average finish of 2. Took 5 wins and 12 starts: Nashville, Chicago, Michigan, Richmond, and Darlington. And I'm gonna tell you, picture perfect in almost every other start. He didn't have a finish worse than 5th all season long. So overall, it's been the Zach Novak story. And honestly, I didn't think he'd be a contender. He missed the first week, and he proved a lot of people wrong.
Put on some dominating runs whenever he did appear in top split competition. An unreal season once again. On that note, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in for tonight's coverage. Tonight's action brought to you again by Maconi Setup Shop and Maconi Entertainment, the official setup shop of eNASCAR. Once again, we'd like to thank the race sponsor of Maconi Setup Shop, as well as you, the viewers, for tuning in tonight. Calling the action tonight was myself, Justin Prince, alongside Brian Laster. DJ Lyon was producing. Thanks to our viewers for watching tonight's action. I hope you stay tuned to our social media pages for our next race. We hope to see you when we go racing once again next campaign. Thanks to the entire staff for their work in bringing this racing to you tonight. This has been a production of Maconi Entertainment, and congratulations to Zach Novak. He's your winner and presumptive championship favorite heading into the final days of 2024 Season 3.